I'm not really sure why Micah Parsons continues to run his mouth saying the Dallas Cowboys are way better than the Philadelphia Eagles. Also, Dak Prescott out of the elite quarterback category, in goes Jalen Hurts according to NFL.com, and a surprise defensive line player you're not expecting to be great, that actually might be great. I'm Thomas Mott. This is the Thomas Mott Show. What's up, guys? Thomas Mott here. Welcome to the Thomas Mott Show on a Thursday. Let's start with the Dallas Cowboys versus Philadelphia Eagle drama that has really reared its ugly head here during the offseason. And Micah Parsons, the guy likes to run his mouth. He was doing an interview with Fox News and was asked about the whole idea of the Eagles repeating as NFC East champs and being the favorites to go to the Super Bowl in the NFC. And he said, quote, "Man, I don't say nothing." And then he goes on to say nothing. The work is going to put in. You're still got to show up on Sundays, man. You have the best lineup in the world, and they had the same team they had last year. Their team came up short. It's our turn this year. You got to capitalize on your opportunities, and this is our year. End quote. It's the Cowboys' turn, guys. Trust me, it's not been the Cowboys' turn for over 26 years, but this is the year. It is their turn to be better than Philadelphia with a roster that arguably is not as good as Philadelphia. Now, Micah can say whatever he wants. Micah apparently likes the whole media side of things, likes being on podcasts, likes talking about the Eagles versus the Cowboys, and I'm all for it, right? It gives us something to talk about, something to actually watch in the month of June, which we all know is the worst football month of the entire 12 months of the calendar. But the idea that it's the Cowboys' turn, to me, seems a little bit overblown just based on the fact that the Dallas Cowboys have proven to not be capable of getting past the divisional round and really have proven that their roster isn't upgraded that much. Monty Smith's good, but is he going to turn the Cowboys from a divisional round football team to a Super Bowl champion football team? I don't think so. Stephon Gilmore is really good. He's a little old, but is he going to take the Cowboys to that next level? I'm just not sure. Give me your thoughts on the Dallas Cowboys down below as a whole with their roster. I know a lot of people are Eagle fans in the comment section and are going to say, oh, well, they're trash. They're not trash. They're definitely one of the top 5 teams in the NFC, but are they going to supplant the Eagles as the best team in the NFC? Well, that kind of remains to be seen. Speaking of supplanting, the NFL.com went ahead and released this very interesting article saying the 2023 NFL Superstar Club, Jalen Hurts, CeeDee Lamb, join, Russell Wilson, Dak Prescott, drop out. And they essentially go through position by position, showing you which people are in the superstar category for each, position: quarterback, wide receiver, running back, and so forth. The quarterback one is of particular interest to me. Here is the new list of the best superstar quarterbacks in the league: Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and Aaron Rodgers. Okay, I wouldn't really argue with any of those. Maybe Rodgers took a step back last year, but we'll see what he does with a new football team. But with those guys being in there, you must then take some people out who were in there this past season. And so they show Jalen Hurts coming in, and they take out these two players, Russell Wilson and Dak Prescott. Interesting. And so while, of course, we just talked about how, Micah Parsons thinks the Cowboys are going to supplant the Eagles, well, Jalen Hurts just supplanted Dak Prescott as an elite quarterback. We forget how long Dak Prescott has truly been in the National Football League. I mean, he's been in the league for so darn long. You just wonder, when's that next gear going to go ahead and rise up? Where's that next level that he desperately needs to show in order to get past the divisional round? He's just not been able to do it. And until he does it, you can't put him back in the elite category. And last year, way too many turnovers were a big key in the fact that Dallas was unable to get past the divisional round, especially later on in the year when they were trying to catch the Eagles. Those Dak interceptions, think about the one against the Jaguars, for instance, another L on that overall resume. Didn't look good for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, wide receiver quickly, we'll at least throw it up on the screen. Devontae Adams, A.J. Brown, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, CeeDee Lamb, DK Metcalf, and Deebo Samuel. I'm fine with all of these. I expect Devontae Smith to be on this list at the end of this coming season to begin next year. Most people won't consider him a superstar. They think he's a budding star. This is the year he's going to prove everybody wrong and showcase that he is an actual superstar in the National Football League. I would bet my money on that. But another Eagle in the top list, the superstar category of, the current list of players at their position. So pretty cool to see that. They don't really get into anything more. They kind of talk about tight end. They don't mention Dallas Goedert, but that was the rest of the list on the NFL.com. But Jalen Hurts in, A.J. Brown in as well, Dak Prescott out on your superstar list. I want to go over here to something that John McMullen said on Jacob Sports the other day, and that was the idea that Milton Williams is going to break out this year. Quote, "I think Milton Williams is one of the best young players on this team." Now, we forget Milton Williams is going into year 3. It feels like Milton Williams has been an Eagle for a long time. It feels like he's been there for 4 or 5 years. He's a veteran at this point because there are younger people ahead of him, including Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. He's only going into year 3. He hasn't gotten a ton of playing time, and if there was a year to step up, now's the chance. Now, you're going to see Carter and Jordan Davis play a bunch of snaps this year, but don't forget about Milton Williams. I expect Fletcher Cox to be rotated in there as well, just due to the fact that he's more of a savvy veteran, a little bit higher up on the age group, to where he'll start. But when you go to actual snap counts, I could see a Milton Williams-Jordan Davis combination or a Milton Williams-Jalen Carter combination possibly getting more snaps than Fletcher Cox. Now, Cox will still be up there. I'm not relegating him. He needs to play. But you talk about third downs, maybe early on in third or fourth quarter when you want to give Fletcher Cox a little bit of a break because the wheels are a little bit older, a little more tread there on the tires. Look for Milton Williams to have a breakout year. Now, the question is the stats, right? You see the stats for the Milton Williams' first 2 seasons in the National Football League on your screen. Nothing jumps out at you, right? Didn't have double-digit sacks like Javon Hargrave had last year, and I'm not expecting double-digit sacks from him this season, but give him 4, give him 6, give him a lot more snaps overall. That could be a big, big difference maker and for Philadelphia in terms of the 2023 season. Okay, over here quickly to Lane Johnson on the Richard Sherman podcast. He was asked who are the best pass rushers in the National Football League, and he had a very interesting list of 5. Look at this. We brought Myles Garrett, okay, Max Crosby, TJ Watt, Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence. Now, he also mentioned Olivier Vernon and Elvis Dumervil as one of the greats as well. Obviously, former guys a little bit older. Dumervil, longtime Bronco, and then Raven. But when you talk about having 2 of the top pass rushers in the league, and Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence, how are the Cowboys not better? We go back to the start of the show when Micah Parsons was saying, we're going to be better, we're going to supplant them. Parsons and Lawrence were there last year, and they weren't able to do so. It's amazing that the Cowboys have that much talent on the defensive line and yet are unable to make a big splash in terms of getting deep in the postseason. Now, obviously, Lane Johnson was not going to throw in the Eagles' own pass rushers. This is a list of other people, so no Reddick, obviously, and no Brandon Graham. But still, this list of 5, to me, is very, very accurate. I think he did a pretty darn good job, although I will say I would take Hassan Reddick over at least Max Crosby and DeMarcus Lawrence on this list. Lawrence has kind of fallen back a little bit, in my opinion. I would go Garrett, Watt, Parsons, Reddick, and then throw in either Crosby or Lawrence to finish out the 5. Now, no particular order, but that's how I would do it if we were actually going ahead and ranking these players. Okay, plenty more stuff happening the next couple of days and weeks, dropping some new shorts. Did you know John F. Kennedy almost bought the Philadelphia Eagles back in 1962? Like, he was this close to paying $6 million to buy the Eagles. Well, I made a short on it today, so if you guys want to check that out, go ahead and click over here. It should be up on the top screen. Or go to my community channel or my profile, and you'll find it there as well. Also did a Wednesday link live yesterday. If you missed it, the replay's on the channel as well. Broke down a lot of your guys' questions regarding Philadelphia, obviously getting ahead of training camp. It was a bunch of fun with Josh Davis of this Philly Special Show. I'm Thomas Mott, hanging out on a Thursday. This has been the Thomas Mott Show.